Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to take a look at a beat-em-up game on the Nintendo Switch by the name of Squareboy versus Bullies Arena Edition. This looks like a neat little retro-styled beat-em-up game. Not too many on the Nintendo Switch. I wanted to go ahead and check this one out, so let's go ahead without any further ado, begin the video. So Squareboy vs. Bullies Arena Edition is actually a port of a mobile beat-em-up game. This also was ported over to the PlayStation Vita, but today we're taking a look at the Nintendo Switch version. Now I gotta say, the Nintendo Switch actually works for something as simple as this game. It's a beat-em-up, just like any other game that you've played in the past, and you play as a square boy who gets beat up by some bullies, hence the name of the game. You meet up with your sensei who teaches you how to defend yourself, and then you're off to the streets to gain some revenge. Now the game initially gave me a little bit of a River City type of vibe. You walk around the streets of the town defeating a variety of enemies. Now while the variety of enemies is small, they all have their own distinctive attacks and looks, and you can tell which type of enemy you're facing based on the hairdo that they're having. For example, they got some green mohawk looking guys. There is a little bit of a personality between the enemies and how they act on the screen, but overall this game features pretty much the same type of gameplay mechanics you've seen in other beat 'em ups throughout the years. There's nothing really out there as far as anything unique to distinguish it from anything out there or have it stand out. The fighting mechanics are pretty simple and easy to remember. There is a move list that is accessible by the pause menu, but for the most part you're not going to really need it. There's not anything really complicated in here. Yeah, there is a couple of strong punches and special moves like that, but this game, as far as beat 'em ups goes, is pretty bare bones minimum. It's not a bad thing, but the presentation overall really makes us feel like it was a early retro style beat 'em up, and I guess, you know, for a mobile game it isn't too bad, but for a game that was going to be ported over to consoles, it is quite lacking. Now there are 14 levels through the game, so there is a fair amount of variety of levels for you to play through. For the most part though, they are all pretty short. Each level does feature your basics like health packs that are scattered throughout the levels to heal your character up. And there's various weapons that you can use such as crates, baseball bats, and dustbins. But again, there's nothing too out of the ordinary from previous beat 'em up games to have this game really stand out. There are a couple of boss fights, but they're not very spectacular if there's anything beyond that. They're more just like bigger enemies that you fight. The game itself is rather short and repetitive, and there's not much in regards to making the game stand out on its own, but there is a all-new arena mode that features 4 different types of stages for local co-op that is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, which adds, I guess, a sense of replayability for if you have a group of friends that want to try something out. But again, with beat 'em ups, it's just, you know, after a while, you can only do so much button mashing. And with a game like Squareboy, where it's pretty much a simple beat 'em up game, it's gonna get tiresome for a little while. The presentation of the game is rather simple. The graphics are pretty plain. Nothing's extremely detailed. And as I mentioned, it's pretty much a basic fighting game. And that's it with Squareboy vs. Bullies Arena Edition. It really played it safe as far as being a game that is ported over. The price for this game is not really that high. It is available on mobile, but to me, there's no comparison to playing on a touchscreen to playing with buttons. I feel that this game is much better suited to being on a console. Unfortunately, not too many people will be keen to want to try a mobile game out. But I can tell you, for the most part, Squareboy isn't a bad game. It's just a plain game. So, could I recommend it? Thankfully, it's not too high in price for I guess, worth checking out. But with the influx of games coming in through the eShop, you might want to hold off and find something better, like Wolverblade, which is another beat 'em up that has a lot more features. But I mean, it's ultimately up to you. It's not going to break the bank if you were to check it out. I had fun with the little bit of time that I did spend playing Squareboy versus Bullies. However, like I said, I was looking for something more different, and I hope the retro aesthetic would have provided it, but I didn't really see anything to make the game stand out. So with that, it's cheap, but try at your own risk. And well, guys, that's it for today's review. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, comment, like below, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.